wow, what a performance tonight.
Yeah, no, he definitely put his best foot forward tonight. Big night, Victoria Cup night, and it's great that Sean's got a few runners in tonight. He's done a really good job with this horse, and congratulations to him and the owners.
Talked to me throughout the race. You're a mile back. Did you sort of give yourself a chance at what point?
Well, barrier 11, we were never going to be up there, but the race didn't work out at all how we wanted. There was not much speed on, and when they were going so slow down the back, I was like, oh, we're going to be in a bit of trouble here, but credit to the horse. He really flew home that last 100 and got the job done.
What a great win tonight.
It was, Rob. Not much went right, except there was good speed on all the way, but he was still a long way back at the half. And Clayton's always said how fast he is, so they looked a bit tired up front. So when I wanted him to go, I just let him rip, and he rounded him up like in the space of 100 metres.
Obviously, when you're out 4 wide going off the back straight, always a little bit of a concern when you're so wide. And it looked like the horse did he want to sort of duck in a little bit, or were you just having trouble steering him around that turn?
He just hung in a little bit, but the good thing was when we went 4 wide, we were just going in a straight line, and by the time we got to the turn, we'd nearly sort of headed him off.
Had to sort of sit there and wait for as long as you had to, but turned out pretty well.
Yeah, he's a pretty strong sort of character, Robbie, and when the opportunity come to get Kate's back early, it was sort of a no-brainer. Get in there and get out of harm's way, and he was pretty keen, and we weren't going very hard, but he's always got a devastating turn of foot.
Great win, Miss Blissful. That was a real fight all the way down to the line.
Yeah, she's pretty good. The lead time was quite solid. I knew I had to work a little bit to get there, so I was pretty happy with the wanted to get a little bit of a breather. And then the second quarter, she sort of was probably a little bit quicker than what I wanted, and up the back, actually, she sort of really wanted to get running, and I didn't want her to run too hard, and considering the lead time, so I kept a good hold of her, and Wobbly loomed up ominously, as he's a very good horse, and to her credit, she was able to fight on and beat him.
I felt like this was a real good race for her. I just wasn't sure what you were going to do at the start. Obviously, decided to do the opposite that I thought you might do, and probably it paid dividends.
I did, Robbie, yeah. Her last few runs have been terrific. I stuffed up last week, pulling out and not being able to get the death, but she still went really good last week. And tonight, Dad sort of wanted to go forward, and that was my original plan, and then walk around for the start. I was listening to all the comments of numbers 1 and 3 saying that they're not sort of going to hand up, and I decided to, chance my arm and go back and hope that that's what happened. And first quarter wasn't that quick, but they sort of got running, and she had a good card into the race, and she's strong.
It didn't stop this big fella.
Yeah, I thought probably going back would give us our best winning chance, and didn't mean he'd win, but I thought it was, better than being in a speed burn sitting parked in the first quarter come off, and the second quarter I've got to go now, because if I don't go now, I'm just not going to get in the race. And knowing I wouldn't get the chair, but I just thought, you just got to get up there in this second quarter when it's slow, and he sort of just drops a little bit on the corner, but I just knew he'd keep coming in the straight, and he's done that a couple of times, and he was pretty good.
He was awesome. Wow, Tornado Valley gets scratched. McLovin comes in. You jump on him, and he gets the chocolates. It's going to be pretty hard, isn't it? You get both of these horses racing against each other. I would say at some stage in the near future, but you've got to enjoy this moment. He's been a wonderful acquisition to the team since joining you.
Yeah, he has. And at home, and just the feel he gives me, he's very similar in ability to Tornado, and I knew he wasn't, very far off him, or so I knew they were pretty close together. So when they were both in this race, they both drew so poorly. It was it was a tough decision, but then as it turned out, Tornado had to miss out. But I just. I really love him. He just sort of, so tough, but he'll get out the gate good as well. So he's sort of a little bit versatile. So probably can race any distance and be pretty good. So look forward to the future.
Well done, great win.
Yeah, thanks, Robbie. I thought he put the writing on the board at Kilmore. He took off 3 wide without cover and, done a heap of work. And to his credit, he finished right outside San Carlo's wheel. And then he's come out tonight and run a good race.
He's been a great revelation for the stable since heading up to Sydney. Luke was giving me a little bit of an insight about the decision about sending him up to the team, and he's put in some great performances and missed out on a few opportunities, maybe getting a run in the Miracle Mile, but he's knocking on the door to be right back there against the best of them soon.
Yeah, and, we sort of think his best form's over the mile. So, to his credit tonight, he's come out and run a good 2200. So, it's great for the connections to be here tonight, and their horseman super.
What a performance by a very, very special horse.
He's it's hard to explain, Robbie. Like he's just such a perfect horse. He's that smart, and he's getting collected serving mares as we speak. He got collected yesterday, and then jumped on the float and come down for the Vic Cup. So he's just an utter professional, and just a brilliant racehorse. And we got a beautiful run tonight, and it just worked out perfect.
Well, this bloke here, he's a pretty exciting horse. Have you driven him before?
Yeah, I drove him in the Derby down in New South Wales and then a couple of times down here. And he just does it so easy. Like he go 52 and then he's just jogging. So he's a little rocket. Yeah,
he got into the right race tonight. He just had a real class factor against his rivals.
Yeah, definitely. And when he's nice and fresh and that, he loves it and he does a couple of little tricks. But he can go.
Chris, well done.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. It'd be pretty sad time if you come back here and you weren't happy.
That's right. That's why I always tell everyone I've got the best job, because normally I'm only surrounded by happy people, and that's why I love my job so much, because if you're not happy here, you're happy nowhere else.
No, that's true, and always good to get a winner.
Well, hasn't this horse turned around? I was just talking to Freddie's lovely owner and saying, lucky he didn't come and ask me whether you wanted to bite his horse, because I would have told you don't bite under any circumstances. He was just going through a patch there where just things weren't going too well for him. And to Emma and Clayton's credit, they have turned him around to the point where he's totally fulfilling his potential.
Yeah, he is. I think Sam took it on as a bit of a challenge. He was told that they wouldn't win a race with it if they bought it. So I think he just took the bit between his teeth and wanted to prove a point.
Well, he's certainly sharp, and another very good win tonight.
Yeah, well, worked out well. There wasn't a lot of speed early, and we were able to just roll to the front, and he did finish it off really strong.
Well done, taking out the last and causing a bit of a ball over in the last.
Yeah, it's good. It's always good to get a winner, but on another winner on a Victoria Cup night, it's always a little bit more special.
It is. Did you share the same confidence as Ian that you would win tonight?
Well, when I walked up, I said I ran 2 seconds, a third and a fourth. I said, so this one will just win.
Well, there you go. You had confidence as well. You know it's been really good. Just talk about that race first. Obviously, Starlight Safari galloping at the start put a different dimension to the race.
Yeah, it did for sure. It was going to be pretty hard to beat. Hidden Heroes were probably the ones to beat. And once it was out of it, I had a look and made sure everyone was all right, and it was all right. I thought, if she got a good run from there, she'd be thereabouts.